Hi there, welcome back into the shed. Quite an exciting day in the shed today. The postman's just been and dropped off a few packages, so got some goodies to play with, and I've just checked my emails and I've had an email saying I should be receiving another package this afternoon between 3 and 4, which I'm pretty sure is the British Customs Predators. The exhaust have finally cleared through customs and are on the way, so that'll be a little bit later on. I'll film those, but I'll quickly just show you what's come through today. First thing is the shocks for Jen's America. A little bit unsure about these ones because when they've arrived they actually seem a lot, they're not quite as beef as I thought they were going to be. They're the right height, they're a little bit shorter for when we slam it down, but they look more like something that should really be on a 125 or a scooter. But I mean, that's my stock shock off the Bonneville. The America shock's a little bit shorter, but you can see it's quite a difference in beef. So yeah, jury's a bit out on that one. One thing I am going to have to do is the rubber bushings and the collars in there. I'm going to have to try and switch them over because they're about 2mm too small to go on the lugs on the bike. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. The other thing, Plasti Dip arrived. Now I've had a tin of clear Plasti Dip up there for ages. Never used it. I know lots of people on the Triumph forums use Plasti Dip. It's a bit of a love it or hate it. It basically, if you don't know, is like a rubber coating in an aerosol spray. And from what I've seen, the results seem quite good on panels, wheels. People can use it on anything. Cars are all done. If you like the matte black rat rod look, then it's quite cool. I like that look. It's quite a cheap alternative at the moment to powder coating. And as we haven't got any money because I've spent it all on exhausts, this is the cheaper version. But I thought before I go launching onto Jen's wheels with it, I'll give it a little go with the side panel. So that's going to be the next job I'm going to do now. Clean that up a bit and see how the Plasti Dip works. And the last thing is I have and a big thanks to Greg. I only realised this morning when we were conversing that it's the same Greg that I speak to on the Triumph forum. He's the guy that has helped me out massively with narrowing down the correct replacement mini speedo I need to get. I didn't know what the ratio was for this, and he's helped me out there and assured me it's a 22:40 to 60 ratio speedo, which I've ordered from Hog Parts, I think it was. So that should be coming any day. But in readiness, I've taken a few bits off the stock speedo. I've whipped the mounting bracket off just in case I can use that somehow to remount the new speedo. And I also wanted to get the wiring for the bulbs off there, mainly because that plugs very neatly into the existing wiring loom. So depending on what the new one comes with, I'll either use some of the wiring, chop it, solder it, something, but hopefully that should get used. So that's about it really. I'm just waiting now for the Predators to arrive, but I'm going to get on with the Plasti Dip. So I'll turn the camera off. Okay, right, this is the first initial tack coat of the Plasti Dip, so I'll show you what that's looking like at the moment. There you go, so it's kind of weird, smells gorgeous, I absolutely love the smell of this. So I've just got the heater on the go at the moment just to keep things nice and toasty. But so that's the first coat, and then they reckon build up heavier layers after that. They reckon 3 to 4 coats is usually adequate. And so now, while that's first coat's just going off a bit, I've started removing the rubber grommets and the sleeves from the shocks. On these ones, these have come pretty easy. I've just used a socket which is the same diameter as that and just tapped them out. So I'm going to finish up those and then try and get those out, which I've got a feeling are probably going to be a little bit more difficult. So better put the camera down now. Okay, another update, few minutes in. I'm now gradually getting off my tits on the fumes from the plasti dip. I'm done about 2 coats on it now. No, call it 3 coats now. So I spin around, but that is now. It looks a little bit orange peely in the light there, but I can assure you when you get up close, as it's drying to this flat, kind of rubbery look to it. So yeah, I'll keep you posted on that. I'll probably do one more coat. I'm going to let this coat kind of, it looks really wet, but on other bits I've just done a quick test spray. It kind of goes to that matte finish, so I'm going to let that go off a bit more. And I'm just trying to get the bushings and the collars out of the shocks here. These ones are proving a little bit more stubborn than those ones were. So I've had to come up with this little ingenious device. I've basically got a bolt with the head that is the same diameter as that, the metal insert, and that's sat on there, and then I've got a large socket which is large enough to sit around the top of the shock, or yeah, it is the top of the shock, with the bolt coming through and a nut there, and what I'm doing is gradually tightening that, which is pulling down that and popping that out. So I'm going to crack on with that because I've got another couple more to do, and be back for another update. So slight pain in the arse. That's out of the Triumph shock, which is the perfect size for the lug on the frame. But it appears that the collar in there is almost vulcanized to this rubber. It's all, I can't separate them without destroying one. So and with all the love in the world, or well, I say not all the love, but all the ways I've got at my disposal in here, that is not fitting in there. It's just that it just keeps distorting. I've tried pressing it in with the vice, a sort of reverse socket and draw bolt arrangement. That's not really working as yet, so I'm going to have to think on that one. A bit more head scratching's gone on. I've put that bushing back in the Triumph shock. That's not going to work. I've come up with something else that suddenly twigged in my little brain, and I'll show you that in a second, but I thought I'd just quickly show you the plasti dip, and now that's gone off for about 20 minutes or so. Show you how that's looking at the moment, and I'm pretty happy with it. See what Jen thinks when she comes home. She likes that, but yeah, I think that's. I'm quite happy to try that on the wheels now. I might even do a bit on my own bike. Don't know, but I'll quickly take us back into the house and update on the shocks. Right, back in the house. I've just loosely tightened them on. I put them on. I quite like how they are. What I've actually done, and I'll kind of rely on anyone who knows more than me, which is quite a lot, to chime in, but I've just pushed out the metal inserts and left the rubber bushings, because there's a lug that sits out on these shocks. That's perfect. That's just slid in, and I remember when I've just checked it on mine, on my Hagons. The Hagons don't actually have a metal insert either. They just kind of the rubber's mushroom, and you've got a washer, and it sits on the lug. So I've kind of done away with the metal sleeves and just put them on, and I think that's probably going to be okay. I mean, that's how the Hagons came, so I can't see why that would be too much of an issue with it. So, but if anyone does have a good reason why that would be an issue, please drop a comment. Yeah, so they're on, and obviously I have to get the wheel and that on, see how much we've actually lowered it by. But they certainly look less kind of in your face than the big chrome chunky rusty buggers that were on there before. So that's it. So I don't know on this vid if I'm going to be including the Predator install. I might do that as a second video, but whichever way it turns out, I'll catch you in a sec.